Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is the third part and for surely the last part. I said I was going to redo these stars. The stars are kind of unique, but they need to be crisp and sharp. You know, they've got some gray matter and they're not perfect stars. So first thing I'm going to do is get our outline out of the way. I'm going to nudge it out of the way because that way I can control the stars. A lot of times if you have that outline, it's going to grab the outline first. So I'm going to make a star about that size, and I'm holding down the control button, and I'm making a star about that size. I'm going to put it on top of one of my stars, and all I'm going to do to it is, you could actually use perspective on this, but I'm just double clicking and getting the skew. And I'm just going to skew that star to that spot. Now here's kind of the key. I would hit the plus sign on your keyboard and make a duplicate of that guy. And then I would move it over there. And then hit P and put it on your, instead of hitting the duplicate key, because the duplicate key later on would cause you problems. And I'm not putting exactly where they're at right now, but you can kind of get the idea. And you could actually probably hold one hand down on the key, on the plus sign on your keyboard, and just move your mouse, because I'm not going to take a lot of time on the video to get these perfect. And I think it's going to be a lot better looking than what we had. Now there's a few that are different, but we're going to do maybe one of those and go with that. Now I would go through, and now that you're happy, and maybe just kind of move these stars around. Then what you could do is, I'm going to set my nudge distance now on 1 inch. And I'm going to try to grab just the red and move them up. And I'll show you what I'm doing in just a second. That one's not probably perfect on the spot, but. Okay, we've got those stars done. I'm going to delete. I'm going to delete these other stars. Now we've got a few that are just partial stars, but now I can take these and turn them black. So I'm going to left click, right click. We don't want an outline. And I can nudge them right back to where they were. I think that would look a lot better. They've got a little bit of perspective looking to them. And to do this one, I would just hit your plus sign. I would left click, right click on red. And there's a lot you could do with this. Kind of playing around, get it pretty close to where you want it. And then I would maybe just draw a line from there to there, doesn't really matter. Get rid of that part of the star and hopefully fill this in with a Smart Fill tool without it leaking. See, it's leaking because my line isn't quite far enough. So I can grab my shape tool and make my line further. And then you can just delete your line. And you could do that to these other 3 or other 4, whatever it is. But this, I think, is going to be a lot better. And then just nudge this back. And you've got a pretty good looking logo with the United States flag. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.